Imagery of Sexxy Red. We're gonna start back seeing the white boys getting drunk, getting their trucks, going back into the black community, snatching up the Sexxy Red looking black girl.
Sexxy Red decided to post this AI-generated photo of her dancing, holding hands, and dancing with Reverend Dr.
Charleston White is making headlines for her most recent actions, and the drama never seems to stop. The contentious artist has already faced criticism, but now she is being accused of mocking Black culture, which has infuriated many. She has even gone so far as to use an AI prank to disparage Martin Luther King Jr. and to test limits with her controversial songs. When Charleston White asserts that Hot Red is receiving compensation despite the criticism directed at her, he is not holding back. To ridicule her own people, let's avoid misunderstandings. From accusations that she transmits illnesses herself to her lip gloss brand named after STIs, Sexxy Red has been accused of mocking Black culture for a long time. Therefore, this is not the first time she has been accused of doing so. Although she has a controversial reputation, this latest prank might be the most offensive thing she has ever done.
And the name for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Whole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice. And coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good. And it's so, like, you know, people gonna talk, but other people was like, you is a marketing genius, because it's so fast, and it smells good too. I be thinking all out the box. It's not even on purpose, it's just like my brain.
She is coming under fire for using artificial intelligence to create a strange and inappropriate interpretation of Martin Luther King Jr., one of the most venerated figures in Black history. She is being criticized for going too far, saying that her incendiary lyrics, which some argue promote negative stereotypes about Black women, are not only provocative but also overtly demeaning. It's less about music these days and more about how she reflects society.
I'm sick of them. I'm over it. I'm just be single and doing it.
Friend, I'm celibate. I'm so sick of them.
Celibate or celibate?
I tried selling it, and that didn't work either.
So now you just celibate?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I be trying to be celibate, but then
It don't be working out.
people be like, let me talk to you in person, and then, you know.
And then it's just downhill from there. It's okay, you try.
On Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Sexxy Red upped the ante, which did not sit well with everyone. People were not amused when she posted two highly controversial images to social media on Monday, I can assure you. She was seen marching beside MLK in one of the obviously altered images, with Chief Keef intermittently included. Even worse was the second, which showed her on what seemed like a dance floor, holding hands with Dr. King. In particular, for someone as well known as MLK, who practically lost his life to protect civil and human rights, this was not just a poor joke, it was blatantly disrespectful. Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, Bernice King, swiftly stepped in and called her out, as if that weren't enough. Bernice King wasn't holding back when she termed Sexxy's post disgraceful, dishonoring, horrible, and intentionally repulsive. Since Dr. King isn't here to defend himself, she made it obvious that her family and her father's legacy should be handled with more honor, and she wasn't mistaken. This is where it gets interesting. Seductive Red quickly took the initiative after it was pointed out that it didn't look nice. MLK's legacy goes beyond party flyers, artificial intelligence edits, and utilizing his picture in such a way to gain influence. Apologized and took down the message. It was never her intention to insult MLK's family, she claims, and she posted something she thought was innocent. She'd apologized, but not before pointing out that people ought to think about what it would be like to have their father trivialized in memes and articles. However, this is not the first time that absurd AI images of Martin Luther King Jr. have gone viral. Similar Photoshop images of rapper Ice Spice and MLK, for instance, caused a social media craze in 2023. Fans created memes that drew absurd and humorous parallels between Ice Spice and MLK during marches. Despite their humorous intent, the memes continue to draw criticism for trivializing MLK's legacy. Despite Bernice King's acceptance of the apology, the analogy demonstrates how AI edits and memes of historical personalities are becoming a chaotic trend, and not in a good manner. When Sexxy Red actively posted it herself on MLK Day, her version of the situation went beyond Ice Spice's, which was written off as a fan-driven hoax. No one could possibly consider it anything other than insulting given the timing and context. That's not enough, says Charleston White, who asserts that this wasn't only a bad decision but also a part of Sexxy Red has a bigger issue with her disregard for Black culture in order to gain power. Karen doesn't think the explanation of the innocent error is credible, saying it's just another example of her using her own people to generate revenue. From her controversial lip gloss names to her inflammatory lyrics, he has been attacking her for her behavior, claiming that she is using them to disparage the culture while making money. He is now making further claims that she was paid by superiors to act in this way, especially in light of the MLK stunt. Charleston, who isn't renowned for holding back, is making sure that others know how he thinks about Sexxy Red's activities, even if it's a strong claim. Charleston is meant to normalize the stigmatization and disdain of Black women, and it seems like beautiful Reds. Y'all, he says, it's a spirit, a toxic energy that's being marketed to the younger generation to make acts that are harmful seem cool. He has been saying that the industry is now more about the messaging than the music, and Charleston says that attractive red is being used to spread some very negative stories.
I've never just strictly targeted Black girls. They first started targeting Black girls with imagery, saying, Black girl, you're not pretty if you don't have white girl hair. Those were symbolic things that they were doing. Now they're stripping the Black girl of the Black man had already changed the Black woman's image to the world by way of rap lyrics. This whole something big, pouring beer on her in the rap video. So that's why Miss Dolores C. Tucker came out and said, hold up, y'all, this misogyny music. So that's why she came out and did. She saw what it was doing, right? So now we're at a point now, if a Black woman is raped, she's gonna be questioned compared to a white woman. They're gonna automatically think a Black girl wants it. So what we're gonna start seeing, because of the imagery of Sexxy Red, we're gonna start back seeing white boys getting drunk, getting their trucks, going back into the Black community, snatching up the Sexxy Red looking Black girl, or booking one prostitute for a Sexxy Red. It's gonna get up there only for the Black girl. So the Black girl will start being more. She will start being.
Black guys were already demolished by gangster rap, in his opinion, but now they are concentrating on Black ladies. In his view, who is in the forefront? Hot Red, you guessed it. He thinks her obscene lyrics are overly X-rated, and her music and self-promotion transmit a harmful message to young Black females. As part of a broader goal, they portray her public persona and even her actions as denying Black girls of their dignity and enabling society to mistreat them. That starts to paint a picture, especially when you add in the criticism she has been getting for mocking a cultural icon like MLK.
She's introducing, we've had a gangster spirit. The gangster spirit down to wipe the young Black males out. This whole spirit is for to do a number on the young Black girl. And I already got the boys. They never had.
Charleston claims that this isn't a coincidence, but rather a component of a long-running plan. According to him, music has always been a medium for evil, with musicians disseminating damaging ideas across the community. Look, this is the way to make it, but is it really worth it? Seems to be the industry's response to performers like Sexxy Red promoting sexual content and flaunting their money. However, Charleston goes one step farther and asserts that this isn't true. Charleston is serious when he argues that there's more to this than just one artist. Songs like Pound Town have an effect. They are not merely for amusement. We must acknowledge that when young people listen to this kind of music, they are not merely singing along for enjoyment. Rather, they are internalizing these messages, which is altering their perception of themselves and what is deemed appropriate.
Showing that it can be activated in music. So these elements are being deposited in our children because they get to hear this, they get to see this. And not only that, they watch the rewards of it. So I just read a question where somebody asked Sexxy Red something about why she always carried money around. She said that she carried a wad of money around because
Let's now talk about the whole emotional pit issue. According to Charleston, Gorgeous Red gave the wrong impression to all the young ladies to look up to her when she admitted that she kept money about as her emotional pit. Imagine the reaction of a girl who saw that money equals power, therefore they will start chasing it no matter what. But how much will it cost them? This mindset, according to Charleston, leaves young girls vulnerable to being tricked, pressured, and exploited by anyone with a little cash.
because you got a wad of money to show them. I used to trick girls like that. I'm a little hole in the hood. I'll take $2,000 and you'll get $400 worth of more. $200 worth of some 20s and 10s. And I'll make $2,000 look like $20,000 to a poor motherfucker. So we don't know, the kids don't know that a black motherfucker walking around with a wad of money really don't have no power. Because cash money have become really obsolete. No person with power hoards cash. Nobody. No person with power and influence hoards cash on them. And if she's using this tool and element as an emotional support, then she loves money. And for the love of money is the root of all evil.
For the record, this is not the first time that beautiful Red has been attacked by Charleston White. Actually, he had been chasing her for a minute in 2023 during one of his now famous outbursts on YouTube. Charleston didn't mince words when he accused her of having an STD because of a defect he noticed in a photo of her. He made derogatory comments about her and circled the purported defect. This probably passed over her head like water on a duck, but Charleston wasn't going to let it go. That post laid the groundwork for the more serious problems he's now bringing to light regarding her influence in music. As the famous Pound Town lyrics put it, keep eating that brown bee whole and effing raw. And let's face it, Sexxy Red wasn't intimidated. Controversy has been the foundation of his brand.
Yeah, stomp down, dirty leg hoe.
We're gonna have to bleep that. You trying to get me,
You asked me what's coming.
Here's the problem though. Not only is Sexxy Red being criticized by Charleston White, but Lord Jamar is also one of her most outspoken critics. Whatever you know about Lord Jamar, you are aware that he has never held anything back. He is known for being brutally honest and unpolished, and when it comes to Gorgeous Red, he did not hold back, whether you agree with him or not. His thoughts are frequently glorified.
In order to inspire other young girls to be like her. I saw where they were trying to bring her to a school to like talk to the kids, right? But she pulled up to the school smelling like weed, so they didn't let her in, and she got mad. And she got mad, so she went outside and opened the sunroof to the limo or whatever, and was like twerking out the limo while all the kids gathered round and cheered her on. You know, Sexxy Red looked like the type of girls like back in the days, like you walk in the room and you'd be like, smell like somebody was in here. And what's crazy is I seen a video. Oh, you got this. I seen a video where she said her own pussy was stinking.
According to Lord Jamar, who went all out in an interview with The Art of Dialogue, she represents everything that is wrong with the industry right now. He criticized both her music and appearance. In a quite scathing critique, he even went so far as to suggest that she seemed to have a certain aroma, but he doesn't stop there. And guess what? Lord Jamar also delved deeper into the perennially divisive topic of industrial plants. Sexxy Red is one of them. He is convinced. There is no conspiracy theory here. This is a fact. According to him, she is similar to musicians like Six and N, who are both excellent illustrations of how the industry selects specific individuals to serve a specific purpose.
It's real. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory to believe that there are industry plants, you know, the Tekashi 6ix9ines and, people like that are put in this game to skew the minds of the masses and lead them down a certain road. And the road usually leads to some sort of self-destruction. Whether it be, trying to get them on some gang-banging shit, let them crash out that way, or get the females on some horse so they can go out here and have mad babies or contract transmitted diseases and all this nonsense, or to promote pharmaceuticals like Plan Bs and all this bullshit.
According to Jamar, ability is no longer the primary consideration. Now, image and the message one may send are also important. He believes that Hot Red's image is more than just polarizing. It is harmful. He believes that she is being used to further harm Black women's reputations by turning them into stereotypes for profit.
Like the lowest level of everything. You know what I mean? They're trying to turn our women into whores. You know what I mean? Like they really want to turn our women into her culture. And Sexxy Red is just another example of how we're gonna reward someone who's, very low on the financial totem pole. You could tell this girl came from the jets. I don't know where she's from, but she come from the dirty jets. You know what I mean? And everybody knows girls like her. You know what I mean?
But wait, there's more. A dispute recently broke up after TikTok singer Donna Danan came forward and said that Sexxy Red was a marketing gimmick. Sexxy Red was not amenable to the claim, as you may imagine, and was not going to take it lying down. She retaliated in typical Hot Red fashion, claiming that Black women should avoid her and Supi Hana because of Red's overt sexuality and strong, assertive personality. While composing the remarks, that's the kind of intensity we've become used to from her, to be honest. But this is where it gets nasty. I'm young, and you turn everything behind me in a rage. Even in the event that many thought that Dane's criticism was more about imposing a constrained, idealized view of Black femininity that excludes originality and self-expression than it was about holding people accountable. Due to Messier Dan's charges, there was a considerably greater social media discussion concerning elitism in the Black community. Others believed that by demonizing women like Seductive Red, she was perpetuating negative stereotypes, even as some people shared her viewpoint.
They want to post because they know every time I get posted, it's gonna go up. Because they know somebody's gonna talk some shit. Yeah. I feel like the blogs be wanting me. Y'all know they finna get on here and talk some shit about me. So why y'all even post this?
You're actually one of the most authentic people I've met.
For real?
Yeah, you're so super down, super cool, super down to earth.
That's what I'm saying.
Supporters of Sexxy argued that this kind of criticism was causing the problem since it ridicules Black women for not fitting a certain mold. The topic raised by this discussion is fascinating. Who is at fault in this case? Despite the outrageousness of their techniques, Women enjoy sexy red emblems of independence and honesty. He and other critics argue that she is spreading a bad story, while her defenders argue that these narratives are being imposed by the same system that makes money from creating controversy and shock value. Sexxy Red may be a reflection of the status of the music industry and society in general, but is she actually damaging the image of Black women? Interview, 1834/1855. In addition, Lord Jamar has already pointed out that this is not the first time that Sexxy Red has been accused of being a scheme by the industry. Sexxy Red is frequently at the center of these divisive conversations, which is understandable given everything that has been going on, from the AI-generated MLK controversy to Charleston White's explosive criticism and Lord Jamar's claims that she is an industry plant. Whether it's due to her unrepentant, the fact that she is regularly condemned for her activities is not surprising, as she is constantly juggling the positions of a bold artist and a polarizing figure in Black culture due to her contentious songs and the accusations around her name. What do you think of all of this then? Are you in agreement with Lord Jamar and Charleston White's criticisms of Sexxy Red, or do you believe everyone is exaggerating her actions? Do you believe that the company may actually be? Do you believe that Sexxy Red will ever address these complaints in a way that changes the public's perception, in your opinion? Tell us in the space provided below for comments. Remember to click like and subscribe to avoid missing any of the most recent updates in this story. Naturally, watch the following video on your end screen if you want to witness even more drama.